Hello, we are playing in round 2 of our competitive league here. We are 1-0 currently. We are on the draw. Now looking at this hand, it's a very grindy hand. It empties out semi-quickly, enough so that we can start, as soon as we play this Edge Champion, we can do the Seagate Wreckage stuff, but that is of course assuming we draw 0 drops, stuff like that in our next draws. It's a keep just because we have an Edge Champion, we have an Opal, and we have a Wreckage and a Nexus, so like we have a lot of game, a lot more game than it looks like. So this is an easy keep. It's not an above average hand, but it isn't a bad hand either. Alright, so we are going to play the Vault Scourge here. So Edge Champion's okay in this matchup because it can block a big creature and it could cheat. It can go past their creatures, so might be able to get an easy kill with the Edge Champion. So they're trying to bait us into blocking with the Ornithopter, and then they just pump with Pendelhaven, so not going to bother. I guess it works for them sometimes. Alright, so a lot of Elves. Now, because Elves doesn't really have any hand disruption, we're just going to play out the Cranial Plating before we play out the Edge Champion, because it's a lot more efficient and a lot more quicker of a kill. Go ahead and swing for 5, and we do like gaining life against a deck that, you know, wins through the combat step and doesn't do infinite damage. So Vault Scourge is a really good card right now. But especially Cranial Plating is a really good card. Four mana looks like a Coco or a Cord. You know, I actually know a guy, a friend of mine plays Elves in real life, and he actually has a Reclamation Sage in his main. Specifically because like he can Cord for it, so it's kind of like a silver bullet against any enchantment or artifact decks, and it's still like a 3 mana 2/1, which is bad, but not as bad in Elves, where they can still win despite casting a 3 mana 2/1. Okay, so I lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 life. Is that right? This, my friend, is why Vault Scourge is a fun, good card against any sort of deck that wins in the combat step. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. Okay, second Cranial Plating. That means we're going to put it on the Ornithopter. Is that right? Yeah. Or we can just do the, well, because we don't want to double down. Like, they're not going to have removal, so actually whatever. Unless he has like a Cord for a, we're going to animate the Nexus here. If he has a Cord for a Reclamation Sage, and it sucks, but it's fine otherwise. Yep, looks like we're good. Yep, alright. Opponent kind of just didn't get the quick kill they needed. So we want Whip Flares. We want grids, and we want Thoughtseizes against just a green deck, green-black Elves. I don't really think so. So we don't want Couriers. Holding Jar's okay against their artifact hate. Overseer's good because it makes our creatures bigger. Master's okay, not the best. I mean, Edge Champions against the go-wide deck are generally bad, especially because we have flyers to go past their stuff anyways, so I guess we do bring in the Thoughtseizes. It will just keep like one Edge Champion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, we're happy with this. Alright, we're on the draw. Okay, so we can do turn 1 plating. I think this is a keep no matter what. Like, just turn 1 plating is better than turn 2 plating. So, I don't know, it's keepable. It's just an, you know, a nice hand, basically. What that allows us to do is set up for an Ornithopter attack the turn after, like in turn 2. And Ornithopters are worst creatures, so they need to have the plating removal. But their most likely removal is Reclamation Sage at 3 mana. Heritage Druid, and they're probably going to play it. Yeah, that's fair. Cool. Alright, we will play Opal. Actually, now that we have the pest, we're actually okay with just dumping our creatures out first. And that way we can have the Ink Moth Nexus with not being summoning sick. So let's say we get another, well, another Opal actually wouldn't matter because we can't equip and swing with Nexus in the same turn. Still nice though. We'd rather have like more creatures on the board because we're going to play plating next turn anyways. And again, they don't have any relevant hand, discard, or anything like that. So plating, hiding away in our hand is fine. Oh, looks like an Ancient Grudge side here. So what that means is we are not going to put it on the Scourge, but on the Ornithopter. So we do want to gain the life, but we're okay with, like, we'd rather have Ornithopter die than Vault Scourge. Interesting. And that's exactly why we equipped to Ornithopter. So our opponent fetched a Stomping Grounds very quickly, so I'm assuming they have an Ancient Grudge in hand. Looks like they're going to hold it back. Also looks like our opponent didn't actually, they kept based off of, so we're going to equip to the Signal Pest. And yeah, we'll just attack. Our opponent has nothing, we're just going to animate. Okay, interesting. Well, oh, well, screw it. If they have like Fracturing Gust, I don't care. If it happens, it happens. So they'd have to get like another Elf down. Actually, no, they'd have to get, no, they can't kill us with Fracturing, they can't Fracturing Gust. So they need like Land, Elf, Gust. So they would go land 3 mana, pay 1 of it for like 1 mana Elf. They'd get 3 from one of the Heritage Druids by tapping Heritage Druid, and the one. Yeah. Any Elf last turn. Yep. GG's. So he had the Gust. Yeah, that's what I thought. So he needed Elf last turn would allow him to Gust this turn. Or, you know, when it went to my turn, he could Gust when I like animate Nexus and do all this crazy stuff on tap on Overseer and everything. So it wasn't a Ancient Grudge like we thought. We're very lucky. It's not that our opponent misplayed or anything. I don't know what their opener was, but they probably had an okay opener, to be honest. They just need 1 more land, or they need 1 more Elf. So that's how it works. All right, good game. Yeah, so the matchup is basically just it's pretty favored for Affinity.